All right, what's good, guys? I hope you guys are having a great day, man. Here, I have one of the wildest gameplays I have ever posted on the channel. It is crazy, and when you consider the implications that this is Weekend League, it is a $750,000 qualifying mode. We are undefeated, man, 23-0, trying to get to that 25-0. You guys are going to see just how wild this game is. We go down big, we go down late, but we're going to fight all the way back to see if we can lock up the dub, man. I stream this game live on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Kmac. You guys should check me out on there. Drop me a follow. I live stream every game I play, man. These are all just basically just, chopped up games, reduced games, so you guys can watch the highlights quicker. But if you guys want to watch me live, man, check me out on Twitch. The chat was going crazy. This was one of the craziest games I have ever played. It was super fun to play, and you guys are going to see it comes down to the absolute wire, man. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and jump into the highlights. But before we do that, man, please leave me a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. It means the absolute world to me, helps me out a bunch, and it's free for you guys to do, man. So let's go ahead and jump into the highlights, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. All right, so here we go, guys, man. We're rocking that run and shoot playbook on offense. I've been kind of bouncing between a couple different playbooks. I'm pretty much run spread exclusively, but I'm still trying to find out which formation I believe has the best spread. Right now, I still believe it's probably Baltimore, but I did have a pretty good run this weekend with the run and shoot playbook. The only downside to it, really, man, as we throw an absolute dot here to Julio Jones, stunting in the end zone, up 7-0 early, so good start for us, but what I was saying is, man, the run and shoot playbook, which is the playbook I'm using in this game right here, is it's all spread. There is like there's no 2 tight end sets. There's no 2 running back sets. It is all 3 wide receiver, 1 tight end, or 4 wide receiver sets. So it is a little bit difficult this year, man. If someone has a bag for that type of personnel, you're in trouble. Whereas in Baltimore, man, it has a really good spread. And then on top of that, it has a ton of different formations like gun wing, gun deuce close, a lot of single back stuff as well. So I think Baltimore is a more well-rounded playbook. I think the spread is really good, but run and shoot just offers some really unique plays since it is an alternate playbook. You're going to see some awesome plays. But my opponent, man, this dude is locked in, man, and I don't blame him. It is a big money tournament qualifying mode this weekend league this year. If you guys didn't know, man, competitive Madden this year is going to be played on MUT. It's going to be played on Madden Ultimate Team as opposed to previous years where it was played on salary cap. And that means, man, weekend league and head-to-head is going to be sweatier than ever. People are going to be trying really, really hard, man, as if they weren't already in the past. But right here, man, my opponent does not care. He is locked in, running the ball every single play. He's got Barry Sanders, he's got full Bo Jackson, and he is going to tote the rock, man. I wanted to curse right there, man. We're keeping it family friendly on the YouTube channel. Not so much on the Twitch, but on the YouTube channel, we're going to keep it family friendly. This guy makes me want to say a lot of bad words, though. I cannot lie. The way he plays this game. 3rd and 11 right here. Does my opponent finally have it in him to try and pass play? We're going to see right here, man. I form tight on 3rd and 11. Not sure about the formation. And, yeah, he just throws into a bunch of traffic. So, as you can see, man, just by that pass play, we can tell why he runs every play. Okay, this guy is not good at passing, but you don't necessarily have to be good at passing, man, to win games of Madden. If you have a good run scheme, if you're patient on offense, you're able to manage the game well with the clock, and then you're playing good defense, you don't need to be able to pass. I'm gonna knock people for being bad at passing. It's fun to make fun of people for being bad at passing, but then at the end of the day, winning is what matters, especially in a tournament qualifying mode like this. So, I can say all I want about his inability to pass, but he played pretty good defense. He managed the clock pretty well. And then right here, I just got super cocky, man. I scored 7 super easy. I've been dotting on every single pass. I got this new Brandon Cooks. This was the game. This was like the day after I got him. Okay, and I was just like, you know what? I got to give Brandon Cooks some touches. Let me put him on a streak. Let's see if he can burn him. And I believe that was Byron Jones just ran step for step. Byron Jones, incredible corner, man. If I had realized I was Byron, I probably wouldn't have thrown it. And speaking of probably not throwing it, if I was my opponent, I probably would not have thrown that. Double coverage, but you know what? Dante Hall, even though he has terrible catching stats, hangs on to it. I was asking a lot last year. Receivers with abilities could not catch the ball last year, and I hated that aspect of it. I was asking for a change this Madden, and yeah, receivers without abilities can definitely catch the ball this year. Perhaps a little bit too well, as you can see right there. Dante Hall probably shouldn't have hung on to that, but you know what? That's all right. We still have an opportunity to hold my opponent to only 3 here before half. He is very, very run heavy. Like I said, we've been playing pretty decent run defense. Like, we haven't really given up any big runs yet, but we keep giving up this screen pass. I have a guy manned up on the running back, but he keeps getting blocked, and my opponent is going to go ahead and scatter into the end zone there with pretty much no resistance. Like I said, I'm playing man-to-man. I have a guy manned up, but he just he just wasn't following it, and then I make a terrible mistake, man. I was so tilted by the way this guy was playing on offense. Like, every time he pretty much went back to pass, he was throwing in coverage. He was just running screens and running stretch and dive. It was super frustrating. So I tried to force something there before half, made a huge mistake, and let my opponent get into field goal range. So giving up 3 there, I'm still only down. Like, if I get a touchdown, I'm still in the lead. But honestly, that is a big deal, especially with 1, how short these games are, and 2, when I'm playing an opponent like this who just wants to run and run and run, those 3 points are just amplified, man. They matter that much more. And then right there, Barry Sanders, we're giving up our first big run of the game. He's able to scamper out of there after a juke move. So down to the 18-yard line, man. If I give up 7 here, I'm kind of in a pretty tricky spot. 3, still not in a very good spot. I'd still be down 2 possessions. My opponent tries to pass again here. He throws it right to my user. We pick it off, and we don't stay in bounds. Adrian Wilson, I need a better animation right there. I need to stay in bounds. My opponent, like I said, every time he drops back to pass, he's throwing it right to me, and I'm very confident we can get turnovers in the pass game. 3rd and long, he runs the ball. He's just not comfortable passing. We have to force him into situations, though, where he has to pass, and I believe we can get ourselves back in this game. But right here, potentially a touchdown, man. We had Julio Jones wide open up the seam versus cover 3. That's the exact look we wanted. And unfortunately, just a terrible throw from Lamar. And then again, that's just me being tilted, man. I just forced something. I should have rolled out or threw the ball away or made a different read. I just got super frustrated with Lamar Jackson missing that potential touchdown throw for no reason. So I forced something I shouldn't have forced, and now we're down 17 with only a minute 40 left. This is a almost impossible situation in this game, man, especially considering my opponent has been playing pretty decent defense. You know, he plays very passive defense, doesn't really try to give up anything big, and just kind of plays backed off and just is waiting for me to make a mistake. And I have. That's exactly what I have done this game. I've made mistakes. Right here again, just kind of backed off coverage, so we find Barry Sanders on the post route down the left side. So a really nice dot from us there. We're getting out of bounds on every play. Even if the clock doesn't stop in the 3rd quarter, we still have time to refresh our stamina, get our players back to full stamina, because they're going to be really tired running all these routes, me no huddling especially. But Jermichael Finley in the end zone right there. So a really nice response drive, man. You know, we needed that badly. We needed to score before the 4th, and with 8 seconds left, we're able to do that. And then we're able to get a nice hit stick here on Bo Jackson. I need a fumble, man. I need a fumble, but we can't rely on fumbles to win games, man. Those are just completely random. We're gonna have to lock up and play defense. Fortunately for us, though, man, my opponent is not good at passing. He's not comfortable doing it. He wants to run every play, and believe it or not, that's actually going to be the reason we're probably let back into this game. If he passes on 1st or 2nd down when I'm just completely selling out on the run, he probably has a pretty easy dot, as long as, you know, he's able to find an open receiver, and he's going to be able to get a 1st down. At this point, when you're my opponent, man, you just want to get a 1st down. A 1st down should be your goal, and you should be trying to do anything you can possibly do to get that. My opponent played way too scared, man. All he did was run, punt. You got to be, it's too early in the game for that, man. If it was like under the 2-minute warning, then I completely understand that strategy, but you got to do what got you to that point, right? Which was playing more aggressive defense, which was passing the ball. Well, I wouldn't say passing the ball, but he definitely tried a couple passes, right? He had that deep crosser to Dante Hall that he caught in double coverage. You know, even though his passing isn't the greatest, you got to do what got you there. And I believe my opponent just let his foot off the gas. As soon as he got a lead, he just started just running, chewing clock, and punting and playing very conservative defense, making it very easy for me to do stuff like this. He actually dialed up the pressure right there, but we're able to get out of the pocket with Lamar Jackson, scamper in the end zone to go down only 3, man. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna lock up, man. He's running that I form tight. It's under the 2-minute warning, so I understand the strategy right here, man. Just run, punt. Okay, I understand it here. I didn't understand it earlier in the quarter, but we're able to, you know, we're able to make a tackle there. He got the 1st down, but it's not the end of the world. If there was any down where he could get that 1st down, you know, the first play of the drive is definitely where I want him to get that. It is gonna take 30 seconds off the clock, but it's better than giving that up on 3rd down, right? So 2nd and 8 here. We're playing pretty decent run defense. Like, we've given up probably 1 or 2 big runs so far. Other than that, run defense has been pretty solid. He's gotten small, consistent gains, and a lot of that is due to the fact that he's just falling forward. But right here is one of the biggest plays of the game for us, man. He actually gets a false start, just flipping, motioning, calling stretch, going back to dive based on the look that I'm giving him when I'm shifting my D-line. And if you do that too much this year, you're actually going to get a penalty. So 2nd and 13, that's big for us, man. So even if we give up like a nice little 5-yard run, he's still on 3rd and 8 where he's probably in a scenario where he has to pass. 2nd and 13 right here, he's going to motion McCaffrey over. I noticed that when I was playing this guy, he doesn't really have any receivers or tight ends. He invested very heavily in guys who can run block. He didn't really invest in guys who have good route running or speed to beat their man. So I noticed if I just played man-to-man, this guy's probably not going to be able to get anyone open, really. And that's exactly what I'm going to do here on 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10, I mean, my opponent potentially could run. He could chew 30 seconds off. I'd have a minute, no timeouts, get 3, which is not impossible. It's not easy, you know, but I would still like my chances to get there. If I was my opponent, I would probably run and do exactly that. But my opponent actually here, I think, is going to dial up a pass. Like I said, we're just running man-to-man, doing nothing too crazy. And he throws it right to Troy Vincent. Troy Vincent with a huge pick. What a turn of events for us, man. My opponent should have ran the ball, and Troy Vincent makes a massive play for us. Like I said, he just couldn't get anyone open versus man-to-man. We're going to roll out here with Lamar Jackson against man-to-man, and we have someone who can burn man-to-man. His name is Brandon Cooks, going up top for a huge dot to give us the lead. We're going to go up 4 here with the extra point, and my opponent gets a blocked extra point. Fortunately for us, though, we're going to make the tackle. Lamar saves the day, but that's actually a huge blocked extra point because my opponent is only down 3 now. All he needs is a field goal, and he has 3 timeouts. So he can run the ball a couple of times if he wanted to, which is kind of scary to me because on any given play, you can really just, even with good consistent run defense, like you can give up a big run. Sometimes it's not really, you know, sometimes it's out of your control. But right here, my opponent's going to go back to the screen. We have pretty good coverage on it this time. We're able to get a nice little tackle for 9 to 10 yards. So definitely not bad at all. If I give up 10 yards, you know, a play, that's not bad as long as he's inbounds. We're just trying to keep my opponent inbounds, force him into scenarios where he has to pass. My opponent's going to go to the play action right here, and he actually has the post route wide open. So that was actually a really good dot from him. I basically just double mabled both sides, so I had a hard flat and a cloud on both sides. Like I said, just want to keep him in bounds. Right here, again, good coverage on the screen. He just loves this halfback screen. I'm ready for it this drive, though, man. I wasn't ready for it earlier in the game, but I was not going to let a halfback screen beat me on 2nd and 8 here, man. He's about 3 to 4 yards from field goal range. All he needs is 1 dot. He throws it right to Tyrann Matthew Honey Badger coming up with a game-sealing pick. What a comeback, man. An unreal game, and Honey Badger seals it for us. All right, so as you guys can see there, man, an absolutely crazy game. I let my frustrations get the best of me. That's why we went down a ton of points. I was able to, you know, kind of regroup myself, though, bring it all the way back, just play by play by play, drive by drive by drive, okay, not thinking too far ahead, and we're able to come back and, you know, be beyond all odds and secure the dub to keep our undefeated weekend league record alive. Excuse me, I can't talk. But I appreciate you guys so much for watching this video, man. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Again, it means a lot to me. And with that being said, man, I'm going to go ahead and sign out. Peace.